everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different and I'm going to do an anti-haul. This was inspired by the hilarious and super talented Kimberly Clark here on YouTube. She's been doing these anti-hauls for a year now, starting actually right about this time of the year. And what they are is mainly a video in which we talk about the new releases or holiday releases that are coming out that I don't think we need. Me, you, we don't need them. Things that I am not gonna buy this holiday release. And I think it's so much fun because we always talk about, oh, I want this or this is so gorgeous and I recommend the products I love to you. But sometimes it's nice just to think together of what we really don't need. I mean, most of us have more makeup than what we could fit on our face in a lifetime, and still it's never enough. It's never enough. We're in the holiday season now, the holiday releases have come out, and there's so much pretty packaging, there's so many new makeup products and palettes, and they're marketing them so well that we really want to buy everything. But I'm sure we find something that I don't need, I don't think you need either. So let's get into this video and see what I am not gonna buy this holiday season. To start with, I must say I am appalled by the epidemic of neutral palettes in this season. Just in the past month, 4 neutral palettes have launched, and I think that's a bit much because we all have all the neutral shades we need. Everybody has one palette that you said, oh, this has the browns that I need and I'm good. Yeah, then you're good. Personally, I have so many neutral eyeshadows that I can make a whole Z palette from them. And then some more. So the first neutral palette that I am not gonna buy is the Jouer Essential Matte and Shimmer palette. This is a pretty palette. The quality seems to be good. But oh my god, is it boring. Honestly, I don't know what else to say about it. It's very basic. It has these very sad looking brown colors. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. And if you have any neutral palette out there, and I'm talking to you, Stefania, I know you want it, you don't need it. You have these shades. Pass, save the money. Not gonna buy it. The next neutral palette that I am not gonna buy is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Master by Mario palette. Now, this one was a hard one to say no to because the colors are gorgeous. You have both cool and warm tone neutrals. You have a pop of blue and a pop of green. But when you look at the looks that people actually make with them, it's very Mario, it's very Kardashian. You get the brown smoky eye with variations in the theme. I send you to the video of Stephanie Nicole, which I will link down below, the review on this palette, and she loves it, but even she says, you blend them together and you get always the same look out of it. You don't need it. It's gonna be buttery, it's gonna be beautiful, but you really don't need it. Not gonna buy it. Another gorgeous palette that I swatched and I was like, oh, butter, beautiful, is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and this contains gorgeous matte neutrals, both cool and warm tones. You can create any look with it. Yes, but you have those shades already. I have those shades already. It's like the only shade that I was really so attracted to is that burnt sienna terracotta shade that I went to swatch at Ulta. Yeah, it's Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek in a palette. And I'm not gonna spend $54 to buy a palette for one eyeshadow, which I already have a dupe for. You don't need it. Unless you have no matte shadows in your collection, you don't need it. And I'm not gonna buy it. And you shouldn't either. One more very recent release is the Tarteist Pro eyeshadow palette. And must I say, first of all, this was launched on a YouTuber's trip to Bora Bora. Really? Was it necessary? We can talk about it a whole lot another time. But except for that, it contains 16 matte shadows, 4 duochrome shimmery shadows, and I must say, it looks very good actually. You have rows of different colors that are mini quads that you can actually use by themselves, and the 4 shimmers are a bit little for many looks, because I don't know, you use a different shimmer eyeshadow on your lid every day, something like that. But as much as it's very beautiful and I'm sure the quality is amazing, you have those shades already. I have those shades already. Enough with these neutral palettes. I can't anymore. It's like every launch they do of a neutral palette, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty, but oh, I already have it in like 25 different brands of the same shade. It's enough. No more neutral palettes. I don't need them, I'm not gonna buy them, and you shouldn't either. Save your money. One more eyeshadow palette that is not neutral, but that I'm still not gonna buy, is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. And this is, I don't know, it must be the season, but everybody's coming out with the same reddish, magenta, terracotta type palettes. And if you have the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, you don't need the Huda Beauty one. And if you don't have the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, why don't you have it? Because you have the shades already, and that is my case. I've been drooling over the Modern Renaissance palette, but I have the shades. Beautiful, been there, done that, have that. The Huda Beauty is the same. You have a layer of pressed glitters, let's say, and some other eyeshadows, which, yeah, you can probably very easily dupe. Or actually, I'm pretty sure it has been done already with some Makeup Geek eyeshadows. The dupes were very, very close. And for $65, buy yourself the Anastasia Beverly Hills and put in 1 or 2 cosmetic glitter tubs that you can find for a couple of bucks online. You don't need it. And I don't either. We're not gonna buy it, are we? Next, let's move on to Too Faced. They have been releasing a palette or something, or sneak peeking something every single week. It's incredible. They release so much stuff. And recently the new Christmas sets have come out, and it's these boxes with palettes inside, and they're sad and they're boring and they're supposed to smell of different things, which might be a cute idea, but why? And then they say, yeah, you can get the whole big pack to give as a present to someone. Or inside the big box there are 3 different palettes that you can then give as a stocking stuffer to 3 different people. Why? Who would do that? Did you ever buy something and divide it in 3 pieces to give to other people? I don't understand. And anyways, it's neutral, it's boring, it's the same every year, Too Faced. Every year the same thing. No, you don't need it, I don't need it, not gonna buy it. Also from Too Faced on Boxing Day, that's December 26th, the Better Together collaboration with Kat Von D is gonna be released, and there's also a little cute heart-shaped palette that goes with it. And Better Together, really? You have the dark and vampy side of Kat Von D with that gorgeous blood red. Gorgeous, I saw the swatches. I would love that in a single. Paired with the classic Too Faced frosty pink little heart-shaped pan. Why? It's just, I don't see them working together. It's not better together. It would be better apart. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm sorry, Kat Von D. I love your shadows. Not gonna buy that either. And more releases from Too Faced. The Sweet Peach palette is coming back. A lot of people love that palette. I didn't pick it up. It's not colors that I'm interested in. So I'm not gonna buy the palette, of course. But then they came out with something more. There's blushes and highlighters or things like that, and a little face palette. It's the Sweet Peach Glow palette, and it contains a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer, and they're all shimmery, completely shimmery. Now, who is going to go around with their face looking peachy, bronzy, orange, and shimmery? Just no. And just no. You don't need it. I don't need it. Not gonna buy it. Sorry, Too Faced. Okay, moving on from Too Faced, let's go to the ridiculously expensive palettes. There's quite a few of these out right now, and let's start with the big elephant in the room, the Natasha Denona Star Palette. Gorgeous, super hyped, amazing texture eyeshadows, they say. 18 shadows for $169? Is there pure gold in there? I don't understand. And as much as I understand cost of production, the ingredients are probably amazing, the texture is amazing, there are so much cheaper eyeshadow palettes out there that are just as good. And $169? That hurts. Don't need it, not gonna buy it. No, I pass. Another ridiculously expensive eyeshadow palette, but not even that expensive compared to the Natasha Denona, is the Marc Jacobs Holiday palette. $100 or $99 for a huge shell of eyeshadows. Now, no, you don't need them. Again, peachy, neutral tones, you have them already. Unless you're a Marc Jacobs fan and aficionado and hoarder, you don't need it. And I for sure don't either. Not gonna buy it, you shouldn't either. Moving on to non-eyeshadows for a change. This has been released quite a while ago. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit. It's their holiday palette with 4 ambient lighting powders and a setting powder. The reviews are awful. They are definitely not a good value for the amount of products that you get. It's a small palette, and the only thing that really sucks me in, the marble packaging. You know it's a marble packaging. You don't need it. I don't need it. If you need an ambient lighting powder, go get yourself one ambient lighting powder. You don't need this little palette that will cost you an arm and a leg. Did I say how much? $80. Madness. Another ridiculously expensive set is the Pat McGrath Metamorphosis 005 set. $165, and you get 4 powders, 4 creams, a mixing medium from Meron, which you can buy by itself, and a dual-ended eyeliner. Now, as much as I adore the visuals, I adore what Pat McGrath does, you take a gold pigment, anything, from Neve Cosmetics, €3, you take the Inglot Duraline, $10, easy peasy, mix them together, bam, you've got gold. You don't need to spend $165 on it. No way. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna buy it. You don't need it. And the last category is the highlighting palettes. There's infinite amounts of them out, and I'm a bit over it. Can I say that? Not really, but I am over the fact that we get bombarded by highlighting palettes that should be universal, and of which only 1 or 2 shades would actually suit one's skin tone. And unless you're a makeup artist, you don't need 6 shadows that you can only use 1 of per skin tone. No. So I actually went out to Ulta to see the Anastasia Ultimate Glow Kit. That's the latest release, and it contains 6 highlighters ranging from a frosty white to a more bronzy gold. Now, the frosty white will not work for me. The bronzy gold, as a blush maybe, it's useless. And then you swatch them and they're so chunky and glittery and really not smooth that you're like, what happened? I thought Anastasia Beverly Hills made amazingly smooth metallic highlighters. shouldn't. Reviews are not good, colors will not suit you, at least not all of them. I don't need it, I'm not gonna buy it, you shouldn't either. And the other palette in this category is the Tarteist Pro Glow palette that was released also in Bora Bora at that famous YouTuber retreat. And this again, it will not suit one skin tone because it's supposed to suit any skin tone. And how is that even possible? Nothing special there. It's not particularly striking, it's not particularly good, and you cannot use all the colors. What is the point? Tarte, I'm sorry. Didn't hit the mark with that one with me. So this is my anti-haul. These are the latest releases that I am not gonna buy, and I hope you understand that this is just a video to joke and have a laugh and possibly save some money. I love the brands. I am not bashing anybody, of course. And yeah, if any of these products have been on your wish list for a long time, let me know down below in the comments why, and try to change my mind. And if you think like me and you're like, not gonna buy this either, girl, let me know what else I shouldn't buy. Because for now, the only thing that I'm really tempted to get is the Kat Von D Metal Matte. And I'm trying not to, and I'm really trying not to because I think I can dupe the shades, but it's so beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed and you understood the spirit of this video. Go check out Kimberly Clark, who started this anti-haul concept, let's say, and subscribe to my channel if you're not, to be up to date with all my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!